Hi everyone, I just wanted to thank everyone for being involved, participating, contributing, volunteering for Friendsgiving. I would say that yesterday was quite a success for our first Friendsgiving event, and despite all the obstacles and delays we had yesterday, so everyone was very gracious and kind and patiently waiting. I think the stacks turned out great. I love the variety from all the vendors. So thank you everyone who contributed. It was amazing. So all in all, it was super fun. We want to do more things like this. There's some talk about something happening in December, so we'll see. I know I often put a lot on my own plate and I get some sort of overwhelmed, but I'm so glad volunteers kind of stepped in and gave me a lending hand. I really needed it. Couldn't do it without you guys, seriously. So if anyone's interested in getting involved in a December event, I will probably try to start organizing it a little sooner. Still not like super a lot of time. It's like 1 month, same with Thanksgiving. But in this case, I didn't want to limit it to just fresh meals. I feel like Thanksgiving is more food themed, but in December with all the holidays in December, it's more really just about the charitable spirit. So I would love to get more vendors involved, even if their products are not food related. Any prepackaged goods that could come in hand for anyone in need, like soap and any essentials, like a care package would be great. So that's sort of what I'm thinking about. So I'm hoping something is gonna come together, like Friendsgiving came together. But yeah, contact me if you want to get involved and want to contribute or volunteer on any level. I know it's with the crazy COVID stuff. We are trying to be very careful, so we don't want like a ton of people in the same space. But we are taking precautions to be careful and protecting ourselves so that we can protect our friends and families at the same time. So keep wearing a mask, keep washing your hands, keep using hand sanitizer, and stay safe, everyone. We definitely handed out over 50 stacks. And then after that, towards the end, we were able to pack fuller single boxes, and the volunteers went down the street and handed out to those who were in need. I made a ton of Brussels sprout and noodles. It's probably like 30 pounds worth of food. So we ended up feeding, I think, upwards of 70 people, I think, which I think that was great for our first Friendsgiving event. I wanted to share with everyone some of the stories of some of the recipients of the meals. So one of our volunteers at one point crossed the street to buy something from a store and got into a conversation with the store clerk or owner. And so he shared that he used to be vegan, but 5 years ago to the day, he had attended a Thanksgiving event where his uncle had cooked a bunch of meat and kind of forced it on him and just kind of like ruined his vegan lifestyle. And he just decided that day that he was gonna give veganism a shot again, and he was really appreciative of the meal that our volunteer brought to him. And I also shared it in our stories, but I had a particularly touching story from a recipient of our free meals who was a single mother who was currently supporting and hosting her daughter's godfather who is going through cancer treatment. And so that was near dear to my heart. My mother being a single mother and being able to raise us, I know that it must not be easy. And also somebody reached out to me with some struggle getting to the Hollywood area. We know not everyone even has a car or access to transportation or even a computer and internet access to really access resources like knowing where to go if you're hungry, knowing what shelters are available to you in your area. And so we tried to include some of that information in our pamphlets, and a good amount of the food came from people walking by and asking about the event. And towards the end, we actively walked down the street and sought out individuals who really needed a meal. So we were able to actually drive to the area where one party, a family actually, was interested in the free meals but could not get to Hollywood in the time that we were there. So we were able to deliver that, and that felt very good. And it was amazing being in the same space of all the other vendors who were contributing, like Damien from Damie's Food, Megan from More and Betty's, who were on site And I still wanted to thank Aurelio from Tacos and Karma. He wasn't able to stay, but he dropped off his goodies and some of these chafing trays to keep them warm, as well as Nyla from Centric Eats, who gave us a great variety of her food from Centric Eats, so that was amazing. Thank you, Wimbo from Good Vibes Society, for providing his good vibes and drinks to this Thanksgiving. Thank you, Kim from Sand and Wolves, who's super busy with her events, but still managing to donate to other community causes as well as our Thanksgiving event. Also, Vanessa from Honey Cooler Vintage for letting us use her space at Burgundy Room Gallery. And I also wanted to thank Carlos from Printco Direct for being able to print those handouts. I think it's so important to not just give food one day, but provide people with resources to maintain some sort of livelihood or higher standard of living. And last but not least, I definitely want to thank the volunteers on site, Emma, Toby, and Sabrina, as well as Darkis, who helped with so much from some of the prep in the beginning, getting the food out to the event, picking up, serving the food, making the boxes. You guys were rock stars. Everyone, you don't even understand what kind of great and positive energy it was to be in the same space of everyone who was involved, just that kind of shared spirit of love and kindness. This is what we do for, and this is what we live for. Thank you, everyone. I am grateful for you.